Hey all, welcome back to Fire and Water Travel Services. My name is Darren, of course, and today we're going to talk about the MSC Seashore's food. I already did a couple videos on MSC, how we like to ship, and all that, but now we're going to talk about the food that we had on the MSC Seashore. I'll be back. Hey all, welcome to Fire and Water Travel Services. We specialize in affordable luxury and culinary adventures with all types of travel, including cruises, all-inclusives, and any type of travel that you're looking for. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this channel. All right, guys, we're going to start out with the buffet because between the buffet and your main dining rooms, that was the only included food. Now, the buffet did have burgers, hot dogs, snacky stuff all the time, including pizza, which we loved. Also had these little desserts, all kinds of different little desserts. But it also had lots of other stuff like leg of lamb, all different kinds of pasta dishes, rice dishes, pretty much anything you could want. They had ice cream on there. The soft serve ice cream was included. They only had it a few hours out of the day, but they had 2 stations, and if you found it once, you'd be able to go back and get some more. But I was really impressed with the buffet. It was a really big part of the 16th floor, 16th deck, so they did have these great real ceramic mugs for coffee, and they did have these big salt and pepper shakers on every table, so there was plenty of that to go around. They also had these cool bar service buttons that if you were sitting there eating at the buffet and you wanted a cocktail, you could press that for bar service, which is pretty cool. Overall, we really liked the buffet, had no bad things about it at all. All right, guys, so the main dining rooms. Okay, so we were in the Manhattan restaurant, which is for ARIA guests only. Pretty much just means that we have anytime dining, so we could show up anytime after 5:30 to eat our dinner. We really didn't have to reserve, just had to check in when we got there. Now with all the main dinings, they're all have the same menu. The other 3 main dinings, which was Central Park Restaurant, Park Avenue Restaurant, and the Tribeca Restaurant, those were for Fantastica and Bella guests, which had to have a specific dining time. So you either picked early or late dining, and then you had to pick your time in order to show up at the restaurant. You would be assigned a time. So we were really happy with the appetizers in the main dining room. Now we only ate dinner in the main dining room 3 nights, or 4 nights out of the 7. So the first night we had this ceviche, which was really good. Scallops were fresh. Everything was perfect. Had no problems whatsoever with the appetizers, including the shrimp cocktail, which my daughter really loves, and she usually gets a few of these when she goes on a cruise. And she said this was probably the most shrimp she's gotten a shrimp cocktail on a cruise ship that she can remember. So, and it was really good. I got one night as well. So, like I said, the shrimp was fresh. Everything was flavorful. The one thing that she really loved, and she got this about every time we had the main dining room, was the French onion soup. Had plenty of cheese on it, plenty of onions. It was really, really good, really flavorful. I got one of these 2 nights as well, but my daughter got this every time we were in the main dining room because she really liked it. Now, the main courses, my wife got the first night was chicken and waffles, which she really liked. The chicken was cooked crispy all the way through. The waffle was done perfect, had the syrup. She really enjoyed this entree as well. And we didn't have any issues at all with any of the entrees in the main dining room. This was my prime rib, came with a baked potato and broccoli, and a really good piece of prime rib with a little au jus on top of it. So no issues whatsoever with this as well. I've heard some issues in other videos about MSC, their food being cold and all that. We didn't find that at all. This was shrimp and grits with cheddar grits, and another fantastic main dining room meal. We couldn't believe that some of the food we were getting in the main dining room after all the things we had heard about MSC and their food. So we didn't discover that at all. Now, we did have a gala night or formal night, which they did have lobster, and we were kind of debating whether they were going to have lobster, because we've heard that so many bad things about their food, but we were surprised that they did offer lobster. And actually, my wife ordered 2 lobster tails, main entrees, and they didn't charge us for the second one. So I don't know if that's something normal, but they didn't charge us for it. Our waiter said, don't worry about it. And she got 2 lobster tails. So the lobster was really good, came with shrimp and risotto, and asparagus. It was really, really good. Now, the filet, which I have this issue anytime I get filet cooked in a main dining room, is it's just not done very well. It's usually overcooked and not good, but it was okay. But it was probably the worst out of the entrees that I had. All the desserts in the main dining room that we got were fantastic. This was an apple crumble that my daughter got. She really enjoyed, ate every bit of it. The pistachio cake, my wife really liked that as well. She said this was probably her favorite dessert that she got the whole time we were on the ship. So even compared to some of the specialty dining that we got as well. So cheesecake, it was okay. It wasn't the best. This one I got with caramel sauce, but this is probably a standard cheesecake that's probably pre-made somewhere else, and they just brought and served it up. But it was okay. It was doable. But the rum cake, this one was actually really good. It was a rum cake with chocolate on top and strawberry with ice cream. It was really good, soaked in rum. I really enjoyed this. My daughter got this as well, but she said that the chocolate on top was kind of overpowering for her, but I liked it. The baked Alaska I got this was on gala night, was actually really good. The ice cream wasn't melted. The meringue was toasted just fine. Everything was great on this as well. So desserts were great in the main dining room. All right, guys, so for breakfast and lunch, if you didn't want to go to the buffet, they had one of the main restaurants open. This was the Grand Central Restaurant, which we always had plenty of seating available. This here was the fried mozzarella sticks with marinara sauce as an appetizer, which was pretty good. We also had some conch fritters that were at the same time. I would say these were okay. They were a little spongy maybe, but my daughter got a shrimp Caesar salad that was good as well. So we also had breakfast here on our debarkation day, which it was a limited menu but really good. But this was a veal scallopini that I got for lunch that day, and like I said, no complaints at all. Everything was great. All right, guys, the next day we were on Ocean Cay, which is the private island for MSC, and on their buffet they had a very similar to what you would see on any other private island buffet. They had like jerk chicken, hot dogs, hamburgers, this Italian sausage with peppers and onions and cheese and rice, stuff like that. Everything was kind of similar to what you would see anywhere else. They had food trucks all around the island that had hot dogs and hamburgers and french fries and macaroni salad, things like that, just so you didn't have to walk all the way to the buffet to get something to eat. But our favorite was these lobster rolls in the Seafood Shack food truck. They did have a bunch of different types of seafood, and it was all extra, of course. These were not included, but they were well worth it as far as we were concerned. They were probably one of the best things we had on our cruise. So if you're going to be on Ocean Cay, make sure you check out these lobster rolls for sure. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about specialty dining now. And we're going to start off with our least favorite of the specialty dinings that we did, Ocean Cay Restaurant. We bought a package for 3 specialty dining restaurants for one price, and it was actually not a bad price, but the Ocean Cay Seafood Restaurant was probably our least favorite. We did get the appetizers were lackluster, but it took 2 hours to get our food, but we weren't very impressed with any of the entrees. I got black cod, my daughter got clams. The desserts were pretty good though. This was tiramisu and creme brulee. That was probably our favorite part of the meal. We also did the sushi on what we paid extra for this. It wasn't part of our package. They had a promotion for $39 a piece to do all-you-can-eat sushi, and it came on these rotating little trays would go around with the sushi on it. You'd take it off of there and grab what you wanted, and which was pretty cool. We probably overpaid for that. We did not do the teppanyaki. It was the only one we didn't do on the ship. That was the specialty dining because we just didn't feel we had time to do it. But we did the Ola Tacos and Cantina, which we really loved. It was probably our second favorite specialty dining. It was all you could eat Mexican food, and you could actually get this without a package for like 18 bucks a piece. But it was pretty much everything on the menu. You could order as many as you want, salsas and enchiladas, cheese dip. I mean, it was everything we got was really good. They had little street tacos. You could order as many as you want. They had like 12 different types. And the desserts were good as well. This was flan and a rice pudding, so really good stuff. I had a cerveza rita, which was a beer mixed with a margarita. All right, guys, I saved the best for last. Our favorite specialty dining, and probably our whole on the whole cruise, was the Butcher's Cut Steakhouse. The food here was really excellent. Just when you walk in, it's an awesome steakhouse atmosphere. We did on our dining experience. It had a bunch of inclusions, but you could also upgrade your steaks for half the price of what the market price was on the menu. So I did that with our ribeye. The bread was absolutely phenomenal. The appetizers were awesome. This was the shrimp cocktail my daughter got. This was bone marrow that I got that was amazing, with chimichurri sauce and onions. And this was something really different. It was the foie deviled eggs, which was made with foie gras. This was my ribeye, cooked perfect medium rare. The filet mignon my daughter got was also amazing. My wife also got the same filet. The Brussels sprouts side that I got were amazing. My daughter and wife got onion rings, and they were both phenomenal as well. All right, guys, the desserts were also awesome. This was a banana date cake that my wife got. I got the chocolate lava cake, which was also pretty awesome. And then my daughter got the peanut butter and chocolate cookie with ice cream on it. All were great. Although it wasn't a restaurant, guys, they had this place over by the fine dining restaurants of the Wine Cellar, which had a bunch of different high-end wines, and you could actually buy them by the glass here from this machine. They also had wine tastings that you could do as well, but you could also buy a bottle of wine and bring it to your room and bring it to dinner if you wanted to. So that was something I've never seen on a ship before. But I did buy a glass of wine for about 20 bucks, and then it was awesome. So that was it, guys. That's our experience on the MSC Seashore for our food. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Check out fireandwatertravel.com for all your travel needs. And I'll be doing some other videos on the MSC Seashore down the road. Thanks for watching.